Ladies and gentlemen, we are back at it again today for another edition of the NASCAR Heat 5 Career Mode live tonight at my home track, the Michigan International Speedway, getting set for qualifying before the start of tonight's race that we will have right here on the channel. And again, like, share, and subscribe as we get into this. Coming off yet another DNF on the season at the Texas Motor Speedway last night, very early in the race, coming in for green flag pit stops just about lap 55, 56 in the race, right towards the end of the fuel window and tire stint. And we just spun out. The car kind of turned on its own after we had gotten onto the apron off the bank into the racetrack in turns 3 and 4. Car was only going 80 miles an hour when it actually turned straight left. So I really have no clue what to say outside of I think it might have been the game that caused the car to slide like that. By the impact of the wall, we were only going about 50, 55 miles an hour. So, give it what you will. It was still our fourth DNF of the season. And not only our fourth DNF of the season, it was our fourth DNF in the last 6 races. So looking to turn things around. This has not been a particularly good track on the career mode either. We have not had a top 10 finish at Michigan in our 2 starts here in the Cup Series. We'll see where we're going to qualify in this one right here, right now. We'll see if I can get the win at my home track here tonight. For the first time in the Cup Series, Schneider's trying to go for that win at his home track. Still running the Dale Earnhardt Sr. Wrangler throwback for the next few races leading up to the playoffs. Black Ace, welcome to the stream. Check the controller. It wasn't... I didn't DNF because of the controller yesterday. The car just turned straight left. The controller battery is good to go. 400 miles, 200 laps set for tonight's race. The lap is starting right now. Shannon didn't get off of turn 4 very well on his warm-up lap. Not bad into turns 1 and 2, though, as he's up to speed. They're trying to go full throttle into 3 and 4. He drove it in a little too early. The car pushes up the racetrack on exit. Not as bad as when he was on the warm-up lap, though. And 39.242, 17th fastest in qualifying. Not that great. Mid-pack starting position. 38.203 was the pole time, and that was for Kyle Busch. He was trying to go for an 11th straight top 10 here today. Joey Logano got the win last night, sweeping the stages at Texas. Dominating win there for him. Qualified second for today's race. So here we go. Gonna tighten it up just a hair as we roll on into the race now. Pit at 3% next time. It varies. I pit at like 1 or 2% all the time, and usually I don't have that issue. For whatever reason, I was only going 80 miles an hour and the car just turned dead left on me. I'd like to think it was the game. But usually I can still kind of keep it in control, even if we kind of fishtail a little bit. That, it just turns straight left. Is what it is. It's in the past. A new race is upon us. 4 races left until the playoffs. Green flag is in the air. We're underway at Michigan. The stages are set for 60, 60, and 80 laps. Fairly even in length. The final stage is 20 laps longer than the first 2, but not that much longer. Looking at a top 15 qualifying position. And the outside group kind of stacking everybody up. Allowing Schneider to gain 2 spots on the initial start. Looks like by the time they get into turn 3. And Kevin Harvick's going to go for the lead on the opening lap underneath Kyle Busch. 3 wide. In line behind him. 3 by 3 really through the tri-oval. Opening lap was led by Harvick. Busch trying to get the advantage, though, into turns 1 and 2 this time. Still on that upper groove. Jackson Thomas, Cars One Boy, welcome to the stream. Side by side. Track does not like me. That is very true. You're talking about this one. Texas didn't like him last night either. Trying to gain some spots, though. Trying to draft as much as he can down the straightaways. Launches himself up to the 9th position. Tenth position, rather. Seems to be rolling the center of the corner pretty good right now. He didn't have a perfect qualifying lap. Could have been a little bit better. That's why he's already gained 7 spots since the start of the race. Look at the speeds. Into turn 1 that time, 205 miles an hour for Schneider. Drives it deep into turns 1 and 2 to the bottom. 3 wide. Kenseth makes the move up the middle to try and get around the 22. And Logano may have bounced off the wall off turn 2. Stalled both cars out a little bit, but Schneider still wasn't really able to capitalize. Getting in front of Logano and pass in through turns 3 and 4. And Logano, who's qualified second and dominated winning both stages in the race at Texas last night, is early on, back to 10th. In about 4 laps, he's already dropped 9 spots since the start of the race. Has a run, not sure where he wants to go into turns 3 and 4. He'll go to the bottom, trying to send it underneath the 95 of Christopher Bell. Kenseth all the way up near the wall on the high side right now. Bell really pinching Schneider down low off the exit of the corner. Both cars hold clear of Kenseth in the 42. Schneider gets the launch into 3 and 4. Slides past Bell. Kenseth trying to follow. Denny Hamlin leads the race currently. 3 wide for second now off turn 2 with Kyle Busch in the middle. Bowman underneath him, DiBenedetto up high. We have definitely seen some fuel mileage races at Michigan cars before. Let's see if this one will be one as well. They're still 3 wide for second. That is unbelievable. Bowman finally cleared midway through the trioval. Still side by side between Busch and DiBenedetto. Everybody trying to close on Denny Hamlin in the 11. Big block by DiBenedetto on Truex. He almost put himself in the wall. Harvick goes high. Schneider drives it really deep. Actually kind of clipped that white line as he slides up in front of the 4 of Harvick. Harvick's coming with a big head of steam off the high side. Bit of a bubble effect going on right now that he's not really able to get to the 99's back bumper. This is the perfect corner to make the pass, but it still made the pass nonetheless. Kyle Busch back to the lead off turn 4. Getting around Denny Hamlin. Next race on the NASCAR Heat 5 Career Mode will be Friday night at Talladega. For our 4th and final 50% race of the season, 250 miles and 94 laps. Talladega Super Speedway. Our start time for that stream will begin at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. DiBenedetto going to go for the lead in turns 3 and 4. He's underneath Busch. Schneider trying to charge to the front of the field as he gets by Truex for 5th in turns 3 and 4. Now he's all over the back of Hamlin on the trioval. Looks low for 4th. DiBenedetto just led his first lap of the race. He's been struggling as of late, but he did have a win earlier in the year at Chicagoland. Just the 7th race of the season. And trying the middle lane. Bowman underneath Kyle Busch for 2nd. Kyle gets the run off the high side though. Bowman thought about pulling up in front of Schneider, but he couldn't do it. Push to the inside. Schneider trying to side draft the 18. Now he's going to go up the middle, 3 wide. And that's actually Keselowski in the lead, not DiBenedetto. I'm sorry about that. It looked like DiBenedetto from behind the entire time. But it is Keselowski who leads. And he'll lead that lap as well. Which almost got around him, but couldn't quite clear him off turn 4. Keselowski again up high. Schneider up the middle, 3 wide with Kyle Busch underneath him. Trying to side draft the 18 as much as he can, but he couldn't hold on. Still 3 wide off corner exit. He tries to side draft and pull back the 88 of Bowman as he hops back in line behind the 2 of Keselowski as he enters into turn 3. Keselowski now going to go up the middle. He goes 3 wide for the race lead. 88, 18, 2. 3 wide for the lead off of turn 4. Schneider's got to run into the tri-oval. He's going to go 4 wide for the lead at Michigan. Just 12 laps in, they're already 4 wide for the lead at the front of the pack. And Schneider's going to clear everybody into turn 1. What a move! Caution is out further back in the field behind him. What a perfect time to get to the lead right before the yellow. A 4 wide pass. Not sure who brought out the first caution of the race, but it will fly at lap 13. And the only drivers we're going to see hitting pit road will be about the final 5 drivers on the lead lap. What a breathtaking move that was. Everybody else is going to stay out. Yeah, going to keep the track position. Thought about pitting there. Looked like we were still going to be about at least 1 lap short on fuel to the end of stage 1, so gonna stay out, hang on to the lead, and we are racing early on at Michigan. Green flag back in the air. 6 people watch right now, no lights yet, so hit that like button. It has been racy early on, and we already saw 4 wide, and it wasn't even off a restart. It's actually our first restart of the race now. No, so the NASCAR chase for the Cup race tomorrow will be the Cup Series at California. The Auto Club 500. That will start at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And as far as the Busch Series race at Old Spice Speedway, I'm actually going to record that in the morning. It's supposed to rain all day at my house, so I'm going to record it. And that will play as a premiere on Saturday, because I'll be doing live commentary for the Xfinity race Saturday night on the channel. So we won't have an actual video game live stream on Saturday. I'll run the premiere while I'm at work. Make sure that I can upload it tomorrow on here, record it early enough, get it uploaded so that way by the time it does premiere Saturday afternoon, you guys will be able to watch it. Schneider just kind of pulling away on this restart right now. Getting the first couple green flag laps for himself in the race today. Great battle for second place still going on, though, between Bowman, Hamlin, Kenseth in the mix now. Truex is still there. Of course, Kyle Busch is still up there as well. We've seen these Michigan races on NASCAR Heat 5 for the Cup Series have a lot of cautions, and having that first one on lap 13, you almost kind of wonder if we're going to be looking at something of the same scenario again here in this one. Welcome to the stream, by the way, Michael. Oh boy. It's having that problem in qualifying too, with the car just kind of drifting up the track a little bit off of turn 4. We're going to alternate through the different camera angles for the first time today, while the 99's out in the lead, as we have seen for the most part this season, but As of late, it has been well, far and in between at this point. 14 wins on the year, but remember, 12 of them came in the first 14 races of the season, and now it's kind of hit that slow period, and only has 2 wins in about the last 8 or so races. Obviously, the races he hasn't been winning, he's been DNFing as of late. 4 in the last 6 races coming into this one. We're definitely going to have to need a quick turn of events, and going to a track that they have not ran particularly well at in the career mode, though this is the first and only trip to Michigan this season. That could be alarming, but so far the car definitely showing some speed early on, even some short run speed for the most part as well. So, heck of a battle for second place. Look at that, they're 2 by 2 back there. 6 cars, all under a blanket. Just insane. Oh, Schneider had to get out of the gas, so he's had the problem drifting up the track in turn 4. First time that's happened in turn 2, and he actually had to kind of tap the brakes a little bit. That's not what you want to do at all on corner exit, especially at a very, very fast racetrack like Michigan. Just kills that straightaway speed. Really, any track with the 550 package, when you get your momentum killed, it takes a few laps just to get the speed wound back up again. He's trying to go full throttle for the most part, and it's just not really working out. The car is not quite loose enough to do that. I think it would have been a little bit easier with the qualifying setup, but wanted to tighten it up for the race. And there he goes. He tried it again. Decided to hit the brakes on corner exit, but he did lift a little bit. Better safe than sorry. Yeah, all I do for the premiere, you know, I'll record it as I will on OBS, which is what I use for streaming anyway, so I'll just record it. And going back through, editing a little bit out during those full races that I've been doing. And I definitely will with tomorrow's race, or well, with the race I will record tomorrow. It's going to be well over 3 hours. But when I go to upload it, instead of just like uploading it regularly, I'll just put a schedule. And then right after you hit schedule, like underneath, it'll be a blue highlight with a plus sign next to it. It'll be set premiere or set for premiere. You click that and you set the start time for the premiere. Pretty easy concept. And it just goes live right at the time you schedule. Hung in full throttle that time from 3 and 4. The car didn't push up the track too much. Hardly at all, really. Mark Sharks Jr. now the newcomer up to second place. Race high position for him. So Schneider has led every lap since taking the lead right before that first caution came out at lap 13. See a little bit of lap traffic just up ahead. We're a few laps away from the start of lap traffic if it stays green, and we're also only a few laps away, 4 laps exactly this time by, from the halfway point of stage 1. Schneider's definitely got a fast car early on, but obviously what we have seen as of late, he's really just got to take care of the equipment. So far hasn't made contact with another car or the wall at all early on, even making that 4-wide pass for the lead right before the yellow. Went down to the apron through the tri-oval, and about all the room he had. He was going to make that move, he had to go down there because there just wasn't enough room to go 4 wide the way the cars were spread out enough on the one stretch, just trying to stay away from one another. Affected the arrow just enough off corner exit with them running close enough to side draft, but Schneider was able to get a much better run off on all 3 of them. Stenhouse Jr. off that poor start in this one. 47 car. By the way, in that last race at Texas, not only was another DNF for Schneider, it was also his worst finish of the season. Dead last in 40th. 3 DNFs prior to that, we had not been the first driver to DNF in the race until last night in stage 1 at Texas. Video Games King, Video Gamer, welcome to the stream. We'll be halfway through stage 1 this time by. Everybody's still gonna likely have to pit. Remember, there were 5 drivers that hit pit road during that first caution at lap 13. They're gonna be a little bit closer on fuel to the end of the stage, but they can stay out for a little while. Just really the back markers that were the last handful of cars that were on the lead lap are the only ones that did pit. We do have one driver out of the race who brought out that first yellow, still unaware of who that driver is.
All right, halfway to the lap.
There it is, cross flags in stage 1. NASCAR Heat 5, good game. I mean, it's definitely got its very low moments. A lot of it is just the game crashing, really. That's most of it. For me, I mean, the physics are a little weird at times, kind of like last night. We were trying to get to pit road, but it is what it is. But the racing itself can be really good on this game. Even if the AI are, you know, a little dumbed down. Like, they don't purposely block. Like, if they do block you, it's because they were set to run that line. It wasn't like, you know, for instance, with the EA Sports games where they legitimately try to block you. You can kind of tell. I think for anybody who's played NASCAR video games for a long time, you can really tell. But hey, we have fun on the channel with it.
Still there. Clear high, clear high. Say hi up there.
Well, 12 laps away from green flag pit stops as well. Wyatt Hansen, welcome to the stream. Going pretty well, man.
Careful, still there.
How are you doing tonight?
You got room.
There's De Benedetto. I don't know why I was mistaking him for Keselowski at the beginning of the race. I don't think I've ever done that before. Like, the back of Keselowski's car with the discount tire for whatever reason. Looked like the motor trap rear bumper, and I don't know why I was thinking that. Probably because they're both white. But I think even like the red spoiler kind of threw me off. Threw me for a loop too. 20 drivers on the lead lap now in turns 1 and 2. They're just blowing the doors off the field right now. Again, we've got a long ways to go. You don't want to miss a thing. Probably you look at the last race in Texas, he had a very fast car early on, didn't even make it to the end of stage 1. Dover made it to the end of the first 2 stages, but ended up crashing out with a good car in that one while running in second place as well. About a little over 100 laps to go, the Monster Mile. Coke 600, he also had a really fast race car. Probably a fastest race car of all 3 of those races that I've been mentioning. And that race he didn't even make it to the end of the 3rd stage. A 20-second lead built up on Mark Truex Jr. right now. Go about another 8 or 9 laps on fuel. We'll be seeing green flag pit stops. Except for those 5 drivers who pitted during the caution. They're going to try to make it to the end of the stage. I think Schneider's got a big enough of a lead right now that he should hold on to the lead even with those 5 drivers who have already pitted. They were slow enough, already running at the back of the field, that I don't think that they made their way through enough. And quite frankly, they're probably all lapped down as it is anyway now. Car's handling really, really well, though. I mean, it's a little tight at the beginning of the run. It's not terrible. A lot of it's just me maybe missing my marks a little bit or no driving the corner, but it's sticking like glue to this racetrack. We really do almost whatever we want with it, really. Washing up the track a little bit. Got a tad loose that time. Great job keeping it off the wall and keeping it off of both Kurt Busch and Eric Almirola. Yeah, Kurt Busch in front of him, and the car got out of shape when he got in line behind him. With the 10 car on his inside, when the car started to slip out from underneath him, he did a great job not taking out Almirola. Logano goes a lap down on the front stretch now, and 10 cars are on the lead lap at Michigan.
Still there. Top 3, use it if you need it.
Ryan Blaney is that 10th place car up ahead. Last car in the lead lap currently. $20 laps to go, stage 1. And about 4 more laps of fuel. Right front tire down to 17%. Not a lot of tire wear for Schneider that he will easily make it to the end of the fuel run. No issue there. I'd say he's had more of a problem with that this season than last season at most of these racetracks. The only track last season really had an issue with it was Las Vegas. This year it's been a few different tracks. It's had maybe a little bit more issues with it. Even at Texas last night he had a little bit of an issue with it early on, which is why he ended up pitting when he did. Oh, 4 or 5 laps before the end of the fuel run. A lot faster speeds at Michigan than at Texas as well off the exit of the corner. Really all around on this 2-mile oval. It's a half-mile longer than Texas Motor Speedway. You're going to have to be a little bit more careful. Rolls past Ryan Newman and Kevin Harvick into turn 1. We'll see if Schneider's going to stay out or pit this time by. He's going to try to stretch his fuel run as far as he possibly can. Get a good gauge of how many laps roughly he can go. We had 4 laps under the caution last time it came by, and it'll put Kenseth the lap down. Schneider's going to go 1 more lap. So he's going to risk it, but he'll go 1 more lap on fuel. Maybe shortcut down to the apron through the tri-oval as well. 17 laps to go now in stage 1.
Getting low on gas, getting low on gas. You're running it on fumes out there.
There'll be a 4-tire stop, no adjustments coming this time for the 99. After what happened in his DNF at Texas, you have to assume that he's got to be thinking, all right, just don't make that mistake again. Getting into turn 3, that time he was starting to sputter on fuel a little bit. A lot easier coming into the pit lane this time. 55 miles an hour is the pit road speed limit. He was already kind of sputtering on gas, so pretty easy to slow the car down there. 4 tires and fuel this time, no issues. Getting onto pit road. Nice and pretty steady for the most part. Estimated 15.4 second stop. Again, no adjustment changes coming up this time. Tan619, welcome to the stream. 15.3 second stop, so about 1/10 of a second quicker than estimated. A lot of the other drivers that were on the lead lap coming in the same lap as Schneider. Denny Hamlin, who was inside the top 5, actually pitted a lap sooner. See if Mark Truex Jr. will be able to hold on to second, cycling off the pit lane. We have had a lot of great racing lately. Actually, Truex will not be in second. Actually, Quinn Houff will be in second place. He was one of the 5 drivers that pitted under the last caution. So now we have the, well, really 2 sophomore drivers running 1-2 in the field. Trying to just cycle out ahead of Brad Keselowski, who pitted about a lap after the 99. He's going to try to hold as many drivers a lap down as he possibly can. Chastain running really slow. I think he's... Oh, that's right. He's on older tires. Also one of the 5 that have already pit. Schneider just trying to block Keselowski through the tri-oval, going high, going low. Not sure what lane he's going to want to take. Felicki's going to go down to the inside. He's much slower. Schneider has to change his lane into the middle. So as he slides up the racetrack, Keselowski gets the run on the inside. And Keselowski will get his lap back for the moment in the 8th spot. Has a big run on Alex Bowman, actually in 7th now. Justin Haley, who was on older tires, was on the lead lap as well there. Not anymore. You can welcome to the stream. Yeah, Quinn Houff, top 5 right now. Not going to last too much longer on those older tires, though. And a slower race car as well. Denny Hamlin beats Truex to that 2nd place position around Houff as well that last lap. Keselowski, Bowman battling for the last driver on the lead lap. It will eventually be the 5th spot once they get around Houff. Keselowski almost put his car in the wall off the exit of turn 2 as he's digging hard trying to get around Bowman. wall's going to get in the way of Brad Keselowski. Oh, hell. Quinn Houck just held up Bowman on the inside lane. Wall still holding up Keselowski on the high side. Schneider going to get around them both on the front stretch. There's Walls to have the open lane now down to the bottom of the track with his wider corner entry as he would have liked. So just 4 cars on the lead lap. How many will remain on the lead lap to the end of the first stage of the race? That will be coming in 11 laps when we get back to the start-finish line off of turn 4 this time. Keselowski bends off Bowman. He's going to try to run down the 99 again. They're going to go down and try and break the trap. Keselowski's got a pretty big run to the inside. Right on that yellow line. Schneider about a half a lane off the bottom and not high enough for Keselowski to get underneath him. Brad looking low. Schneider with a lock down the back straightaway. As these two battle, Bowman's starting to close in again. Keselowski led laps earlier in the race, so he's definitely got a fast car. 10 to go, stage 1. Schneider a little bit hot on corner entry. Saw the rear tires not hold up the grip in the race car, and Keselowski will slide right on by him. And again, he has unlapped himself for the moment. Schneider charges hard into 3 and 4. Gonna have to try to draft Keselowski down the straightaways. Get that corner entry speed back up again. Problem is, it's just trying to hold the corner, especially with Brad holding the bottom, and now we get a caution. So perfect timing for Brad Keselowski to get back on the lead lap, and then he got the quick caution he needs, and now he went from almost going a lap down and battling back to staying on the lead lap to now he's got a chance to win the stage, restarting in 5th. Free pass is going to go to Alex Bowman in the 6th spot. Patrick Shadley, welcome to the stream. Please don't wreck no more race cars. It's getting expensive. I noticed ever since we switched our sponsor that we ended up starting that DNF train, I guess you would say. Not been pretty, that's for sure. So this is going to be interesting here. Schneider seemingly had the stage locked down. Another playoff point in the bag, not so much anymore. Green flag back in the air here at Michigan, and we only have 6 laps to go in stage 1. It's going to be a heck of a battle for 7th place to get the free pass to the end of the stage now. Schneider gets the launch on Hamlin initially, getting into turns 1 and 2. Let's see if the clean air will be good enough to hold on to the lead. He's going to have to hope so. Everybody pretty much on equal tires. Truex got a great jump on the restart, going from 3rd to 2nd, clearing Hamlin off turn 2. How about Keselowski, who restarted 5th? He's on the inside of Truex for 2nd place into turns 3 and 4. Hamlin to the middle, and Keselowski's all clear and up to 2nd. What a run for the 2 car, who was a lap down very briefly a couple laps ago, and now he has a chance, as I mentioned, to win the stage. He's in the driver's seat with 5 to go. And all over the back of the 99 as they enter turn 1. Keselowski almost in the wall, using all the racetrack. Schneider trying to go full throttle from 3 and 4. Keselowski tries to back the corner up. It's going to be tough to get around the 99, though. Schneider going to break the draft through the tri-oval. 4 laps to go. Keselowski, great move on corner entry. Schneider couldn't get all the way to the inside, and Keselowski's going for the lead. Will he clear? Yes, he will. Keselowski to the lead. And here comes Truex.
Careful, still there.
He wants a shot. Schneider's going to try to hang it in there on the high side. Keselowski down low.
Stay high up here.
Schneider trying to side draft the two, but Keselowski's going to hold on. 3 laps to go in the stage. Schneider's got to run. Now he'll look to the inside into turn 1. Trying to get him back as he launches it into the corner. Schneider clears. So much for the clean air. The 2 and the 99 are going back and forth for the stage win. Trying to break that draft again. Not going to allow Keselowski to get another run down the back straightaway. Keselowski again trying to back the corner up through 3 and 4. This is how he had the momentum to get to the inside into 1 and 2 a couple laps ago. Truex hanging on to 3rd on Kyle Busch. 2 to go, stage 1. With just 3 races to go in the regular season. After the checkered flag flies at the end of the night, these guys are going for all the playoff points they can. Keselowski hung the bottom a lot better than Schneider that time. Schneider not going to break the draft down the back straightaway, so Keselowski's going to hang in there briefly. Schneider just wants to make sure he's going to hit his marks. These final 3 corners. Earl Arnold Jr., Dodgers and Harvick fan, welcome to the stream. Final lap of stage 1 this time by.
1 more to go.
Looks like Schneider's going to hang on. Tad quicker than Keselowski that last lap. He pulls away into turns 1 and 2. A little bit of a late scare in the stage with that caution coming out with about 9 to go, but looked like Schneider was going to be able to hold on anyway. Another stage win on the season, this one coming at his home track at the Michigan International Speedway. Davey Schneider, stage 1 winner at Michigan.
Won that stage. Way to go, driver.
30th stage win of the season. Unbelievable. Yes, you heard that right. 30th stage win of the season. 12 people tuning into the stream right now. Thanks for everybody coming out to watch tonight's stream. Matt Kenseth will get the free pass in the 7th spot. You just saw the end of stage 1. So we're about to get another restart here for the start of stage number 2. Anthony Hamley, welcome to the stream. Oh no, the 99 had to go for it. Oh no. Hole in the radiator. That'd just be terrible. Pito would be all over me for that one. Replaces Kevin Harvick. Did he DNF or is he still in the race? I am not sure who DNF'd. I keep forgetting to check. We had a few drivers take the wave around there that pitted under the last caution at the end of the stage, so they could stay out here on about 6-lap older tires. Not a bad strategy at all. Schneider gets the launch on the restart, pulls up ahead of the 2 of Keselowski. It didn't happen to me. Happen now. We saw 4 wide for the lead earlier in the race. Only about 12 to 13 laps in. Everybody on pressured tires. Oh, Hamlin got really tight behind the 2. Luckily, he had the 18 clear when he moved up. Hamlin's actually going to carry quite a bit of a run. And there's Harvick. Got a lot of drivers a lap down, and Hamlin took a brief look to the outside for the lead that time. Couldn't quite get there, though. And big block! Hamlin's in the wall off turn 2. Hamlin did not lift at all. He stayed right in the gas. As Schneider moved up the racetrack trying to fend him off. Busch going to lift it, give the 99 a little breathing room through the tri-oval. Everybody trying to hang on. And everybody trying to get to the lead. Oh, Schneider drifts up the track again off turn 2. That time it wasn't much of a block. He just kind of got a little bit loose. Kyle Busch going to give him a shot down the back straightaway. Keselowski going to go to the high side. Schneider drifts down low. Slide job on the 2. Off turn 4. Schneider's clear. Oh, big block now through the tri-oval, and here comes Kurt Busch to the inside. Kevin Harvick up the middle for second. 3 wide for second place. Name me a track where the restarts are crazier than what they are here at Michigan. Before the current aero package on the intermediates, during, and probably even after. It's just so wide. They fan out way too easily when they're all grouped together. And Kurt Busch, remember, is a lap down. He's actually trying to get back on the lead lap. Keselowski in the third lane got a big run off the high side, and here he comes. Schneider had no chance to block it.
Stay low, stay low.
Into turns 1 and 2. Schneider gonna try to pull up, but the 2's gonna side draft him. Kurt Busch gets into the back of the 99.
Stay low, stay low.
Schneider gonna try to side draft Keselowski now. Hooked on that white line. Keselowski clear off turn 4. Alex Bowman back to third. Battle not done for the lead quite yet. Schneider trying to arc turns 1 and 2 a lot better that time. Hung in there even in the dirty air. Keselowski up high, Schneider to the bottom. Slide job again, up the track. Clear. Keselowski with the crossover. Great move by the 2. And here comes the 18 and the 88. Schneider sending it into 1 and 2. Pulls the gap by a couple car lengths that time. Schneider in the lift, he drove it in so deep and so flat in 3 and 4 that when he did, Keselowski rolled the throttle on the high side and just powered back by him. He's going to try to do the same thing again as he goes high, and again Schneider trying to hang the bottom, though this time he doesn't have to lift. He still clears the 2. Brad tried the crossover, but it wasn't enough that time. Meanwhile, Kyle Busch in 3 and 4 makes the pass on Bowman for third. And he is now in the fight for the lead. Keselowski up high again, Busch to the middle, Bowman to the inside. They may be 3 wide for second off turn 2. Nope, but they are side by side. Another massive run for Keselowski down the back straightaway. Nowhere to go really though. Busch took a really big dive to the inside of the track in 1 and 2. Should be able to clear Keselowski for second place this time. Does with ease. And now Bowman's on the inside of the 2 for third. Truex still holding everything down in 5th. Further back behind the top 4, and he's actually closed considerably over the last few laps. Rabbit at Sears Point. Keselowski back to third. Got a big run on Busch down the back straightaway. Both the 2 and the 18, though, go to the bottom. Brad just a little bit lower than Kyle. Brad practically on the apron off turn 4 with the left side tires at least. And they're side by side for second place again. And as they do that, they continue to battle back there. Schneider is only going to pull away. Keselowski should clear him off of turn 2, and does. Shuts the door. Ashton G, welcome to the stream. 10 people currently watching. We've had up to 12. Still only 5 likes. Hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already for more great daily NASCAR content. Full race NASCAR video game live streams. Do live commentary for the actual races in NASCAR on the weekend. This weekend we'll be doing the Xfinity Series race at Las Vegas on the channel. Saturday night at, I believe, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time will be the start of that one. To work that morning, but I will make sure I'll be home before the start of the race. We can do that. It's supposed to be a little cooler outside, so I'll wear that Ryan Blaney sweatshirt I bought at Bristol this weekend. Tomorrow. I do have some diecast to show you guys. So I forgot to show you, what was it, Monday night when I came back. And then last night we DNF'd before I got to show you. So at some point I will show you the 3 diecasts I bought at Bristol this weekend. They're all older. For those of you that know or don't know, the only diecast I really have, a bigger scale at least, would be Ryan Blaney and a couple Greg Biffle diecast. I have one old Jeremy Mayfield Mountain Dew car one too, laying somewhere. I don't know where it's at right now, but I know I have it. And those are the only bigger diecasts I have. And I've gotten enough T-shirts, you know, a sweatshirt now this weekend at Bristol that I don't really want to get any more T-shirts from Blaney unless I have to get a new one or something, which I likely won't with how many. I've got 12 shirts now, so I literally can set it up to only wear the same shirt 4 times during the course of the season if I wear a different one every weekend for the race weekend. So I'm done buying the shirts, and I do collect the Blaney diecast at least that I have, but I'm going to start collecting older diecasts now. Something I should have probably gotten into a while ago, especially going to a bunch of racetracks. You go to these tracks and they have a bunch of tent vendors and tent services that sell a bunch of old diecasts and stuff. I was looking around, there were a lot that caught my eye, but I did buy a few of them. And I guess I can show you one now as we have a caution that just waved. Joey Gase will get the free pass at 11th. He just went a lap down, and that is going to hurt Harvick, who would have been in the free pass position otherwise. Bad timing, yellow for Harvick. Would have came just a half a lap sooner, he would have been good. So Schneider going to hit pit road. He'll give up the lead briefly. Be good on fuel and tires to the end of the stage, so why not pit? And I'll show you guys that first diecast. Xfinity race Saturdays at 7:30. Gotcha, 7:30. Whenever NBC SN goes live to broadcast the race, that's when I was going to go live. But I was thinking it was 8. Good correction though, Michael. It is 7:30. All right. I want to hide the box because the box is just going to give it away immediately. I want it to be a surprise. So I'm excited about this one. For those of you that watch the NASCAR Chase for the Cup streams, or, the premieres, I guess, that I had last week too, we run as this driver in the Busch Series. It is this identical car that we run for the entire season because that's the only paint scheme he had in the game at least. It is Kevin Harvick, exact year too, 2004, which is the exact year of the NASCAR Chase for the Cup 05 game. But not only that, I'm glad you guys voted for me to run as him because this was my favorite paint scheme of all the schemes in that game and for the Busch Series at least. So here it is. It's a Kevin Harvick 2004 Rhesus Monte Carlo. Chevy. Solid. I saw this and I was like, oh man, I gotta get this. Not only for the channel purposes, but just like, I love this car. Again, when we were going through the voting of the Busch Series of which driver I was going to use, I don't know if it's going to focus very well. Let me put it up to the camera a little bit closer. Get the full details of this. Number 21. But yeah, I found it cool. It was like the exact year. I mean, it was like perfect. I mean, I was probably going to get it even if it wasn't the exact year, but the fact that it happened to literally be the same exact year, Kevin Harvick drove it. And if I'm not wrong, I think Kevin Harvick won the championship that year. Let me see. Let me check real quick. Here, let me put that closer to the camera while I check. 2004. Sorry, Martin. My bad. I'm wrong. Martin Truex Jr. won his first title in 04. Kevin Harvick won in 2001. That was his first. Harvick's second was in 2006. Okay, so I was wrong. I knew he had two of them. I was thinking, but yeah. I mean, the car looks sweet, and because the graphics in the game aren't 100%, you guys get the full. I love on the side. I don't know how well you guys can tell with my camera. On the right side and the left side, the Reese cup on it has like a, I don't know what you would call it. It looks kind of splattered, but the idea is that he is going fast, so it's kind of like faded, which I had no clue that the car was actually like that. I thought it was just a regular, cup, but I didn't think it had like almost like a stripe to it on the side. But yeah, this was actually the third of the three that I got this weekend because I got this under another tent that after I bought the original two. So this wasn't the first one to start my classic collection, the classic set of the collection, but it was definitely one of the first few that I got at Bristol this weekend. And I'll show the next two throughout the course of the stream. So that's another reason that you won't want to miss a thing here. Making the stream just a tad longer today, but I don't have to work tomorrow, so I guess it works out all right. A mini diecast review on the side, I guess. I love that I have like the actual boxes for all these too. Limited edition. I like how it says adult collectible on it too. I don't know if they all say that or not, but like we don't need little kids messing with these big ones. Let's see here. I wanted to see if it was. Sometimes, like if it's like really rare, it'll show like how many they made. This box doesn't show how many they made, at least. Well, that's number one. Let's get back into the race now. So Schneider's pitting, 4 fresh tires. He can make it on field at the end of the stage. Surprised more cars did not pit during that caution, knowing they can make it to the end of the stage. A little interesting there, but the green flag's back in the air. Schneider restarting back in 10th, but on newer tires. Keselowski will restart from the lead with 39 laps to go in stage 2. The third caution for incident in the race. Chastain, Quint out. Still holding on to their top 10 positionings for right now. They're getting a bunch of cautions. That's only going to help their chances. Massive restart on the outside. It'll be 3 wide for second place into turn 3. Schneider may be able to beat the two. Keselowski to the bottom as well, and does. Almost makes contact. Keselowski's going to side draft him off the exit of turn 4 now. They're side by side for the race lead. Clear now at the start-finish line, so Schneider will move up the racetrack. Took him 1 lap to go from 10th to 1st on about 20 lap pressure tires. He still has 5 sets left at the end of the race, so that's why he had no problem pitting right there. Especially knowing that if it does go green to the end of the stage, he doesn't have to pit again either. And it really won't be all that off schedule. If you get a caution, he'll just end up hitting again with the rest of the field. No big issue there. 37 to go, stage 2 yet. Was that a pun, Patrick, by the way, that the car looks sweet? Because it's a Reese cup on the side of it. There's one on the hood, too. I feel like the one on the hood kind of throws it off a little bit, but that orange color looks really, really good. Like, that color orange on a race car is pretty good. Even with, like, the gold numbers, still kind of, for whatever reason, blended pretty well on the car. I've always liked the Richard Childress Racing font as well. Like, obviously, you know the classic number 3, what the font looks like there, but even, like, the font that, like, the 31 car had, the Richard Childress, even the 29 when Harvick was there, like, that font was really, really good. The 30, the 31, well, I already said the 31. The only one it kind of looks a little weird on is the 8 of Reddick, and I think that's just because I'm used to the, you know, DEI font with the number 8 instead of the Richard Childress Racing font, which it's pretty similar. The only real difference is that I feel like with the DEI logo, it was slanted just a little bit more. You kind of look at our number and it's kind of slanted a tad too. This is actually probably closer to Richard Childress. Four and a half second lead already off the restart for Schneider. There are 3 drivers. It wasn't intended as a pun, but it could be. There you go. I guess you get the unintended pat on the back for that one. Very punny. Schneider shouldn't have to save any fuel either. He should be a few laps to the good. We'll see exactly at the start-finish line about what he is looking at on fuel. Not quite a full 5 laps. Probably about 4.5 laps to the good on fuel to the end of stage 2, so he definitely will not have to save. The tire wear really has been non-existent for the most part today as far as being able to make it to the end of the fuel run like we saw in stage 1. Cal Naughton Jr., welcome to the stream. The best puns are accidental. I'd say so, yeah, there you go. I'd probably have to agree with you on that one. Also, Cal Naughton Jr., speaking of your name, there was a Ricky Bobby and Cal Naughton Jr. impersonator at Bristol this weekend that I saw in the parking lot on our way out, and I yelled "shake and bake." They turned around and they were just like very aggressive with the way they said. I just said it to get their attention. They were like verbally like, "shake and bake, shake and bake." You know, like just they were into it. That was hilarious. I forgot about that until just now, honestly. It's hilarious. I completely forgot about that. There were a lot of things that went down in Bristol this weekend, outside of the racing itself. It was a good time, though. Race review will be tomorrow for the Cup Series. For those of you wondering, it's been a few weeks since I've had one. I didn't get home till later on Monday, and working yesterday and today. I didn't want to kill myself trying to get it out, but I'll make sure I get it out tomorrow. Give you the updated power rankings now that we know who the round of 12 is. My top 10 favorites for the championship of those 12 drivers in specific order. My current championship board. Notice how the fantasy league is looking as well. Did I see the Dale Senior impersonator? No, but I did see a Dale Senior impersonator at Dover earlier this season. And he looked like exactly like him. I did not see one at Bristol though. Why, did they show one on TV or something? It could have been the same guy, who knows? The only thing is the guy was kind of short at Dover, and I don't know what Dale Senior's actual height was. Like, I never saw him in person, so I wouldn't really know. That guy seemed kind of short. But he had, like, the thick mustache. Saw him on the NASCAR subreddit. Yeah, I know there was one at Dover. And outside of, like, the height, I mean, the guy looked just like him. He had the driver's suit and everything. But, of course, you guys probably remember back from Dover earlier this season, too. They had... What was it? I don't think he was more an impersonator because he didn't really look like Kyle Busch too much. He might have, but also at Dover, coincidentally. And I know for a fact they showed him on the telecast. And the only reason I know that they showed him on the telecast is because when I was watching the highlights from the Dover race earlier this year, they actually showed that guy on the highlights too when Kyle Busch had his mechanical issue. That actually put him into the garage, and they brought the car back on the track. He was off the pace like the rest of the race, and he was just kind of sitting in the stands by himself. Looked like he was upset or whatever. But I actually saw him on the concourse down where the driver haulers t-shirts and stuff were. I saw him well before the race even. So it was kind of funny that they showed him on TV. And I'm like, oh yeah, I saw that guy in the parking, or not in the parking lot, but I saw him, like I said, on the concourse outside the grandstands. Kyle Busch jacket guy. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Oh, are you talking about this weekend? This weekend I didn't see anything. Maybe they traveled together and I didn't know. Well, they didn't sit next to each other at Dover, so I don't even know where he was sitting at Dover. I just remember seeing him before the race. I'm gonna find out he was on TV. Comment down below in the chat if you remember that from Dover this season. Kyle Busch. I don't know if you would call him an impersonator, because honestly, like, compared to the Dale Earnhardt guy, the Dale Earnhardt guy looked like an impersonator. That guy dressed as Kyle Busch didn't really look like an impersonator. Maybe on TV he kind of did, but in person he didn't. He was a little bit more pale. Wasn't as chubby in the face. wide pass on the high side. Sheriff Tony, welcome to the stream. Yeah, I've seen like pictures of her getting interviewed by Brad Daugherty. Now, granted, Brad Daugherty's like 7 feet tall during the SRX races, but I did know Haley Deegan being shorter. There's a lot of shorter NASCAR drivers though. Tyler Ankram's really short too in the Truck Series. Tyler Reddick's pretty short. Even Blaney's pretty short. I think he's only like 5'9" or something. Jeff Gordon's pretty short too. There were 3 guys from Barstool that were at Bristol this weekend because they kept talking about it on the Jumbotron before the race, before every race this weekend. Just during the pre-race, they had a few guys out there this weekend, but I don't know if they were doing any videos or anything. It was like 5'4", it was pretty short. Women are typically, on average, at least shorter than men, though, so it's not like too surprising. I think it's just by like NASCAR driver standards. Yeah, she's pretty short. Danica Patrick was really short too. Who's taller, Haley Deegan or Danica Patrick? Because I remember Danica being like towered over too, especially when she would like stand next to Ricky Stenhouse. I don't even think Ricky's that tall of a guy. Somebody's gonna have to Google that. That's literally like a full foot shorter than me. I'm 6'4". Yeah, her and Alex Bowman were in that 300 or 500, however many laps it was. I don't watch Cletus McFarland. There's this guy at work that I used to work with that works at the place that I currently work, but he doesn't work there anymore. Anyway, he was all in on that too. And he was the one that told me about Bowman being in it, so I just kind of looked at the driver entry after that, see if there were any more NASCAR guys in it, and Deegan was the only other one. Well, caution's out on the Speedway once again. Our 4th yellow of the race, our 2nd of stage 2 per incident. Right at the halfway mark, 100 laps down, 100 laps to go. So we'll restart with a little less than 20 laps left in the stage. Everybody's going to hit pit road. That's the caution everybody needed that had to pit. Quinn Houff gets the free pass in 8th place, so he'll be back on the lead lap. All right, well, time for another diecast to be pulled out. I had 3 of them. I showed you one already, the Kevin Harvick Busch Series car from 2004, and I just realized I forgot to put it in the box. I forgot to put the top of the box on the box. I had it in the sleeve, but give me a second. There we go. There we go. All right, let me grab the other one. That might have flashed in the camera there for a second. Larry Mack commentated. Oh, wow, really? Larry McReynolds. I didn't realize he commentated it. How'd they get him to do that? It's insane. All right. This is another Kevin Harvick diecast. I'll say that right out of the gate. So, this was actually the very first one I bought this weekend. And this is probably the better. I think this is easily the best of the 3. This is a very, very nostalgic car, more than the other car was nostalgic for my childhood reasons. This one is nostalgic not only for the childhood, but in general. This is a Kevin Harvick rookie car, 2001 diecast. Obviously, when he filled in for Dale Sr. after Sr. passed away, that would have been his rookie season in 2001. I have that diecast, and it is signed on the roof number. or on the roof of the car, but over the number. You guys might be able to see it, but it is signed by Kevin Harvick. It's the only signed diecast I have, so that's pretty cool. And the fact that it was his rookie card is pretty cool too. This is a lot heavier than the other card, noticeably. Just kind of realizing that. I don't know if it's because it's a cup car, because it's like 3 years older. But there you get a good look of it. 29 Goodwrench Chevrolet. All three of the cars I bought this weekend happen to be all Chevys and Monte Carlos, but get a good look in the camera. There's the case that wasn't signed, but or you guys didn't see the signature at all. I don't know how. It might be coming up pretty blurry in the camera. I really don't know. But I think this is the best, and it's got I don't know. I don't think every driver had it. I think it was just the RCR cars had it, but and the DEI cars probably had it too. But they had the little number 3 on the door number, both the right side and the left side of the car, commemorating Dale. Nice to see all the contingency sponsors everywhere. Got contingencies down here. We got on the front left. We got them on the rear. We got them next to the window net, the rear window. Diecast quality versus 10 years ago is not comparable. I mean, the diecast today are still really good, but I think it's just the nostalgia factor. You know, like stuff that is currently going on isn't nostalgic. Currently, at least, the stuff that we're watching now is going to be nostalgic, 10, 20 years from now. Versus this was literally 20 years ago, this diecast. But yeah, it's in great condition. All three. The next one is probably in the roughest of the 3 conditions. These other 2 are really good. I tried opening the hood on the Jimmy. I almost gave it up. I almost gave up which one it was. Well, I gave up his first name, but you guys don't know which one it is yet. But almost gave that one up. It's crazy how skewed this thing is too. And I don't know if it's just like the car. I'm just kind of noticing it now. It just seems like the left side of the car is skewed. The left front bumper is pretty even with the right side, but then the left side door is kind of caved in past the fender of the car. All the way to the left rear. So that is diecast number 2 for the night that I got for Bristol this weekend. Yeah, this is probably the best one. The only reason I didn't save this one for last because I showed off the other Kevin Harvick one first. Billy Kramer, welcome to the stream, by the way. Oh, wow. Haley Deacon's 5'2". Even shorter than what you thought. Yeah, now when you start to get to 5 foot even, then it's okay, yeah, she is pretty short. Come on. I don't know why I keep struggling to get these sleeves on. It's cutting into a racing ash. All right. So there we go. There's the first 2. I have a 1997 Rainbow Jeff Gordon car. That's pretty cool. I saw one there and I didn't want to get it. I was going for whatever caught my eye more. I feel like those diecasts I could find at other tracks. I want to get the more rare ones at these tracks I go to. That I'm proud alternative paint schemes and stuff that I'm probably not gonna see very often going to these racetracks. All right, well, just in time for another restart. If you're just tuning in, a lot of drivers took the wave around there. Jimmy Johnson, Eric Jones. So a lot more drivers on the lead lap of the wave around. Green flag back in the air. Schneider wins the race off pit road. And we'll get to the end of stage 2. 124 scale. Yeah, most of the diecasts they had were 124. They had some smaller ones, but they had a lot of 124. diecast. I didn't even really look at the ones across the street. I didn't notice any diecast on the ones across the street. But in the parking lot at Bristol, they're quite. There were about 10 of them if I could, but I didn't calm myself down. I had a good deal for all three, though, too. Schneider holds the lead briefly on the restart. 2 by 2 behind him. And in fact, here comes Truex to the outside for the lead. And Truex will lead that lap at the line. And he is all clear easily into turn 1. Schneider still holding on to second place, but Truex is pulling away. Contact with Keselowski.
Got a car coming inside now.
Knocked the 99 car a little wide. Matt Kenseth up to third. Bowman to fourth. Probably the worst restart Schneider's had so far in this one. 14 to go in stage 2.
Careful, still there.
Schneider got stalled out behind Bowman again in turns 1 and 2 that time. Bowman still carries a pretty good corner exit off turn 2. He's looking to the inside of Kenseth for third. Keselowski slowly pulls in on Truex for the lead as well. Schneider into the back of Bowman off turn 4. That checked him off quite a bit. That launches the 88 car back underneath the 42. Sends it. Had to tag the brakes a little bit, and that cut the momentum off of the 99. Otherwise, he probably would have gotten around Kenseth, who was up high. Almost ran into the back of the 88 car again, and with that checkup, Hamlin's going to get the 5th, push to the inside for 6th. And how about at the front of the field? It's Brad Keselowski going for the race lead on Martin Truex Jr. Hamlin clears Kenseth off turn 2. Kyle Busch to the inside of the 42 car now. Schneider on the inside of Busch in the 3 wide for 5th place into turn 3. Truex holds on to the lead. He goes to the bottom now. Keselowski up high. Schneider clears both Matt Kenseth and Kyle Busch through 3 and 4. DB Forever 85 will come to the stream as well. Still hanging on. Keselowski closed in very briefly. He's just got a massive run into turns 3 and 4 on Hamlin. Backs the corner up beautifully. And makes a nice clean pass on Denny Hamlin. For 4th place, slides right in between Bowman and Hamlin. Got a great run on Bowman through the tri-oval, and he'll pull out a line and side draft Bowman out for 3rd. Keselowski again all over the back bumper of Truex into turns 1 and 2 as they both run the inside line on the bottom hook to that yellow line. Schneider clears Bowman for 3rd. Here comes Hamlin now to the inside of the 99. Can he get to the corner panel to side draft? It looked like he was going to, and Schneider throws the block into turn 3. Schneider with a really deep dive and overdrove the corner in doing so, and Hamlin will get under him this time. And probably going to clear. Bowman going to push Schneider.
Still there.
Schneider crosses Hamlin over into 1. Side by side for the lead as well. Keselowski finally to the inside of the 19. Schneider trying to clear the 11 of Hamlin. Big time side draft for Hamlin as he holds on. And Busch gets to the outside of Bowman now, and they're side by side for 5th place. Keselowski clears Truex into turn 1 for the lead. Schneider backs up 3 and 4 again. Hooks the white line to the bottom. trying to get around Denny Hamlin for third as Hamlin pitches him.
Careful. Still there.
Side drafting each other through the tri-oval. 8 to go in stage 2 as they're about 2 seconds off the lead.
Down the bottom. You got room. You're clear.
Schneider clears Hamlin. Bowman side drafted the left rear of the 11 just enough, and it helped him get to the lead. Truex now trying to cross over Keselowski. Schneider breaks the draft to the inside as he holds on to third into turn 3. Keselowski back to the bottom, Truex to the high side. Kyle Busch, Denny Hamlin side by side now for 5th. 7 laps to go in stage 2 this time by. I'll show that last diecast I got this weekend during the stage break, so that when the final stage starts, we don't have to interrupt the race anymore. 6 laps remain. Schneider's closing in on Keselowski and Truex ever so slightly. Now they're going to get into lap traffic with some of these drivers that tried to take the wave around. Truex did not get around Stenhouse like Keselowski did. He'll lose a little bit of time on the 2 car off turn 4. 5 to go now in stage 2. Schneider 1 second off the lead and closing fast. Lap traffic right in front of Keselowski on the bottom. That's going to stack him up enough. Truex is going to get to the inside of Keselowski off of turn 2. And now the lap traffic side by side in front of the 2 and the 19. Keselowski's almost in the wall as he squeezes to the outside of Corey LaJoie. Schneider down the back straightaway will get the second on Truex, who got boxed in behind LaJoie and Ty Dillon. 4 to go this time by in the stage, and Keselowski is just a few car lengths out ahead of the 99. And he's going to catch Bobby Carter in a bad spot. He's going to look low. Schneider's going to go lower. 4 to go in the stage, side by side for the lead into turn 1. Schneider clear, but he pushes up the track. Keselowski with a crossover. And he's going to try to trap the 99 behind the 37 of Priest. Big time block down the back straightaway. Schneider's got the advantage on the bottom. Now they close on Cole Custer. Schneider clear off turn 4. 3 to go as he breaks the draft to the bottom. It's the 99 and the 2. 1-2 again. Very close to one another. In stage 2 like they were in stage 1. Truex about a second off the lead as well back there. Schneider runs the high side through 1 and 2. Keselowski had a lot of bottom to work with there. Didn't really gain any ground, but he didn't lose any by any means. Schneider tries to go full throttle now through 3 and 4 as he sends it into the corner. Holds it off the exit, and again breaks whatever draft Keselowski might have had on the top by going to the bottom. 2 to go in stage 2. Schneider trying to get his 31st stage win of the season. He's less than 2 laps away from doing so. These 4 drivers ahead of him all took the wave around. They're going to try to stay on the lead lap. Starts with Eric Jones in 13. They might not all be on the lead lap, I guess, but I know Jones took the wave around. He'll go a lap down. Reddick had taken the wave around as well. He's going to go a lap down. Benedetto in 11. BJ McLeod in 10. 9 cars on the lead lap. Final lap of stage 2. Schneider just over a second ahead of Keselowski now and is pulling away to the end of the stage. Truex closes on the 2 car. He might have a shot at second. Jimmy Johnson, last car in the lead lap, in 9th place. I believe he's far enough ahead on older tires that he should be able to finish the stage on the lead lap. Oh, easily is going to be able to. Keselowski to the bottom, so does Truex. Keselowski actually went 3 wide under De Benedetto and McLeod that time. Truex falls him off the exit of the corner. Keegan Schneider gets his 31st stage win of the year as he sweeps the stages tonight at Michigan, winning stage 1 and stage 2. Keselowski second in both stages. Truex ends up third in stage 2, followed by Kyle Busch and Denny Hamlin in the top 5. 4 Toyotas inside the top 5 at the end of the first 120 of 200 laps. Dark Crypto, welcome to the stream as well. Welcome back, anybody who is coming on in to the stream. We'll have pit stops once again. 3 sets of tires left for Schneider to the end of the race after pitting now. BJ McLeod gets the free pass in 10th, barely holding off Matt De Benedetto. 1 second of damage to repair on Schneider. Nothing major there. May cost him a spot or two, though. And I will pause it one final time, and we will look at the 3rd and final diecast of the night that I bought at Bristol this weekend. Oops. So this is the only alternative paint scheme I got this weekend. The other 2 were primary schemes of Kevin Harvick, 2001 Cup Series rookie season, and then 2004 Busch Series. Primary schemes on this. This is a non-primary scheme. This is from 2003. And we actually have this paint scheme available on our NASCAR Chase for the Cup 2004 season. I say that because we are running as Jimmy Johnson. You guys fan voted for me to run as Jimmy, try and get him his first title at the time. Well, I am debuting this because we will run this same paint scheme tomorrow night on the NASCAR on the NASCAR Cup Series side of things. It is Jimmy Johnson's Power of Pride Lowe's Monte Carlo from 2003. This was a car that he had ran and I believe won the Coke 600 in 2003. And there it is. This is probably my all-time favorite Jimmy Johnson paint scheme. That's why I got it too. I actually have a smaller die cast of this car, but one of the wheels are missing, if I remember correctly. This one will not be missing any wheels at any point. Got the red, white, blue on it. Got the stars on the front of the car. Solid. Solid looking race car. Getting the new game, NASCAR 21 for PS4. Yes, for PS4, I will be getting NASCAR 21 Ignition. But yeah, that's the 3rd and final diecast of the night. We will show off. Those are all 3 I got in Bristol this weekend. And it's already collecting some dust on the windshield. Just like the Kevin Harvick car, this one's heavier too. So I'm starting to think it might just be the Cup Series cars that are heavier than the Busch Series. Busch Series was the newer of the 3. That was from 04. This was 03. And then the Harvick car was from 01. This one I know is also limited edition. And there were not many 124 scale made. This is an Elite Edition. Let's see. Jimmy Johnson, number 48, Lowe's Power of Pride. 2003 Monte Carlo Elite. This is one of 2,200. So there's only 2,200 of these somewhere. If they have lasted over the last 18 years. And I got one of them, so that's pretty cool. So I guess this is kind of like a mini plug for, Lionel and, diecast make sure when you go to the racetrack, you visit your tent services. You maybe can find some very, very old memorabilia from your favorite drivers from the past, or maybe even just paint schemes that you like, kind of like these. I mean, I never rooted for Kevin Harvick and Jimmy Johnson growing up, but those paint schemes I all really liked as a kid. Even the Harvick one, I always really liked the white car for whatever reason. Whether it was with the red lettering like he did his rookie season, or even the black lettering that he had in his second season, I liked them both. JJ Coke 600 car was my favorite paint scheme from of that year. Yeah, 2003. I believe he won the race. Let me just Google that real quick. But I'm pretty sure that was his first Coke 600 win, because then he ended up getting 3 in a row. 2003 Coke 600. Yep, Jimmy Johnson won. Range shortened. That's right. I forgot about that. Yeah, range shortened at lap 276, but Jimmy Johnson didn't win the race. So I guess that's a race win card, too. At a technicality. I don't think he ran it more than once that season. Led 34 laps. Just checked Racing Reference pretty quickly. Started 37th. Wow. Good for JJ. His first career Coke 600 win. All right. Well, there's the diecast review of the night, I guess. I think I'm going to start doing that after every track I go to, just to show you the new diecast that I picked up over the course of the weekend. Next race I'm going to will be Martinsville in about a month, a little over a month. Second to last race of the season. I'm pumped for that one. Bristol was awesome. Hopefully Martinsville will be just as good, if not better. It's going to be tough to top. It's pretty good between the Xfinity and the coverage. It's pretty solid. All right, green flag back in the air. Final stage underway. Martin Truex Jr. wins the race off of pit road. Restarts from the lead. Schneider restarts second on the high side, trying to get this Dale Earnhardt Sr. throw back to victory lane. And trying to get a win at his home track for the first time in his NASCAR Cup Series career. Schneider trying to side draft Truex, and as he side drafts him on the bottom, Kyle Busch is going to get to the outside for the lead. 3 wide for the lead into turn 3. Contact between the 99 and the 19 on the bottom. Keselowski got in the back of the 99 after Schneider made the contact. Hamlin is going to get all the way up to second, and somehow Truex holds on to the front. Joe Gibbs Toyota's 1, 2, 3. Toyota's total 1, 2, 3, and 4. .76 to go. Top 3 going to go to the high side. Kyle Busch actually goes to the middle lane as he gets underneath Hamlin and had a big run there. Keselowski's got a major run through the tri-oval. He's just going to bump draft Schneider. Now Schneider's fastest lap of the race that last time by as he side drafts Busch heavily into turns 1 and 2. Busch trying to pinch him on the bottom. They're 3 wide. Keselowski to the middle. Contact. Schneider slid up the track. Contact hurt Schneider more than it hurt Keselowski. Kyle Busch, Denny Hamlin side by side for second. Schneider tries to back the corner up. Keselowski gets really loose off 4. Well, you guys will get to vote when the next NASCAR game comes out what driver I'm going to use for my first season. Be any driver. Vote will happen when we stream that opening night with the Daytona 500 on our first season, which would be the custom schedule, or at least the first season mode or championship mode. Just Depends if we get the custom schedule option or not. That was Schneider's fastest lap of the race that time by 38.592 as everybody's just battling at the front of the field again. Schneider on the inside of Kyle Busch, and they are side by side for third. How about at the front? Side by side for the lead as well between Brad Keselowski and Martin Truex Jr. Denny Hamlin giving Schneider a major push down the back straightaway. Launches him into the corner. Keselowski is going to clear Martin Truex Jr. for the lead. Schneider clears Kyle Busch for third. Truex got the run up the high side. He may try to cross him over on the bottom. Look to take the move. He'll go high instead. Into turns 1 and 2. Brad down to the bottom. Schneider to the bottom as well. He'll overtake the 19 of Truex. We've got some momentum brewing. Keselowski to the bottom. Schneider didn't want to pick the bottom. He goes high. They give him a little bit more of a run down the front stretch, especially in the draft. Keselowski holds onto the lead briefly. Truex coming in hot. He ran even higher than the 99. Schneider went to the bottom that time. Didn't get too tight. Trying to do what he can, and now he looks low for the lead. Into turn 3. All clear. Schneider leads at Michigan, 70 laps to go. And the home crowd is on their feet. Trying to block. Into turn 1. Truex to the high side for second on Keselowski. Keselowski's got a run built up in the center of the corner. He gets back underneath the 99. And Keselowski's back to the lead. Keselowski, a Michigan native, has also never won at his home track. The two hometown heroes battling for their first career Michigan win. This will be Schneider's 20th career victory tonight if he can get the win as well. Side drafts Keselowski through the tri-oval into turn 1. Sends it into the corner. Clears him on the high side. Big time crossover now with a 2. How did he get that car to jump down as quickly as he did? And now here comes Busch and Truex back in the mix again. Trying to side draft the 18 car through the tri-oval. Aggressively side drafting him. Keselowski trying to hold on to the lead. Schneider pushes just a tad up the track. In turns 1 and 2, Truex is going to give him a shot. Schneider with another run to the high side. Keselowski went low, trying to block the 18. And again, he holds on to the lead. Kyle Busch trying to get some momentum down low. Schneider with some momentum of his own up high. Brad gonna block the 18 instead. Schneider on the high side. Side drafts the 2 into turns 1 and 2. Staying all over door to door as they are very, very close to one another. Schneider is very aggressively staying on the right rear, and he's got a big pull down the back straightaway. Oh, a little contact getting into turn 3. Near wrecking as they enter off into the corner. They made it. Busch again looking for a move of his own. And now they're 3 wide for the lead. Into turn 1. Oh my goodness, this is very narrow, and Kyle Busch is going to clear them both. Kyle Busch to the point at Michigan. Keselowski, Schneider underneath again.
Careful.
Into turns 3 and 4. Schneider powers through on the white line on the bottom of the track. Slides the car through the center of the corner. He clears Kyle Busch up turn 4. Lead change after lead change at Michigan. 65 to go. Keselowski for second underneath the 18 again. And Keselowski shuts the door on Busch, and Busch is in the wall up turn 2. We stay green. Truex is losing ground in 4th. Hamlin and Bowman still battle it out for 5th off turn 4. Just over half a second lead to the line with 64 laps to go at MIS. R6, welcome to the stream. Thanks for all 14 of you tuning in right now. Hit that like button. As we get closer to the end of the race, still one pit stop out from the finish. Let's watch a very intense fight for the lead. Moments ago after the restart to the beginning of stage 3. Schneider starting to get away now as he has the clean air and has a better long run car as we get deeper into this green flag run. 23K Lay, welcome to the stream. Hopefully I said your name right. Keselowski and Kyle Busch still nose to tail for second place. Bowman did get around Hamlin a couple laps ago for position as well. Gonna give everybody 100,000 subscribers. How are you gonna do that? Can I click that yellow line on corner entry? The track just a little bit again. No big deal. Still pulling away. He's got the car. He has to keep taking care of it as he has done up to this point. He's led the most laps. He's already won the first 2 stages. Now trying to get the win at his home track. He's had a lot of big wins early on in his career, but this will be another bright and shining moment. It would be a milestone win. Again, it would be career win number 20 in the NASCAR Cup Series for Keegan Schneider. Between the top 3 series total, it would be career win number 53. He had 13 in the Truck Series, 20 in the Xfinity Series, now trying to match that with 20 in the Cup Series. 1 season in Trucks, 2 seasons in the Xfinity Series. This is his 2nd season in the NASCAR Cup Series. 59 laps away yet. And again, still at least one more pit stop. I say at least because it's going to depend on how the cautions may fall in the final stage. So far, we haven't seen one. We have 4 cautions for incident total, 2 in each of the first 2 stages to this point. As far as fuel goes, though, they should make it on 1 stop. How about trying to get this commemorative throwback car to victory lane? And throwback to himself. In the Southern 500 this season, was able to get the win there. Half going to go a lap down off of turn 4, but shout out to Quinn Half, still in the top 10. We had that caution back in stage 1, 13 laps into the race, where we only saw 5 drivers pit. He was one of the 5. He is the only one of the 5 that has remained on the lead lap, because he keeps getting timely yellows while either going a lap down, getting the free pass, or just being on the lead lap with the time into the next yellow. And everything is timed out perfectly for him. Well, now he's the first car lap down again. As long as Schneider doesn't pass the 9th place car before we get the next yellow, if we do get another win in this race, Quinn out in 10th place will get the free pass again. Unless whoever is in 11th place right now, which will likely probably end up being Kevin Harvick again, will be running there. Have to see. We do get another caution. If I forget again, try to remind me, check to see who the 3 drivers are that do that, because I am unaware of who any of those 3 drivers are. There were incidents in 3 of the first 4 cautions that we went back.
Still there. You got room, you're clear there.
Almost a 9-second lead built up over Keselowski now. At one point, Schneider had about a 30-second lead on the field back at stage 1. Keselowski was a lap down briefly on 2 occasions back at stage 1. And then fought to get his lap back once, and Schneider got back around him. Brad passed him back again right before that second caution of the race came late in the stage. He ended up, at the time, there were only 5 cars in the lead lap, so he got to restart 5th and was able to quickly jump to 2nd and challenge in the stage win there in those closing few laps, but Schneider got the stage 1 win. Keselowski ran top 3 for most of stage 2, finished 2nd again, another late stage restart. Went in the middle there between Reddick and Eric Jones off the exit of turn 2. Jim McLeod still hanging on tonight. Patrick, I forgot to answer your question earlier about is McLeod in the playoffs. As of right now, no, he is not. He is in contention to point his way in, especially if he does end up having a good going at our next wild card race before the playoffs, which is at Talladega. The problem that McLeod has faced is some of these other upset winners like John Hunter Nemechek, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. have really kind of put him in a little bit tighter window as far as trying to point his way in. Will be available spots to point in. And obviously, we won't know exactly how many until the checkered flag falls in the regular season finale at Martinsville this weekend. 50 laps to go at Michigan. 3/4 of the way home.
Stay on the bottom here. You got room. You're clear.
These guys could take it to right around 35 laps to go at their furthest before they would have to pit for fuel. Everybody did pit at the stage break that time around, so everybody is on the same pit strategy to start the final stage.
Hold your line. Stay high. All right. You're clear there.
He's really not having himself a good night tonight at Michigan either. And Johnson's on the lead lap at 8th. He's about to be the first driver 1 lap down.
Still there. Clear all around.
Only 7 laps left.
You got room. You're clear.
Pretty late here. Schneider may even consider splitting the stage in half. She may very well do. We only have 46 laps to go right now. White off turn 4, further up ahead.
Stay on the bottom. All right. Clear outside.
Car way up the racetrack. I believe that was Kevin Harvick in the 4. Thought he had a tire going down there for a second. How aggressively he moved up the track near the wall. It was all an intent to run the high side that time. Staying in front of Joey Logano and trying to work through the traffic ahead of him.
Top 3 is indicated.
He's put out going a second lap down in 12th place now as Blaney, Logano, Harvick battling for position. So House stays finally starting to drop off now that he's a second lap down. Of course, about to go a second lap down in 11th as well.
Still there.
Second largest lead of the race for Schneider at 23.5 seconds over Keselowski.
Stay high. Stay high. Clear down low.
Kenseth going a lap down at 7th.
Careful. Still there. All right. You're clear there.
Definitely a long green flag run to start the final stage. We saw green flag pit stops in stage 1 at one point, but caution before that, it was just everybody stayed the most part, stayed out of the pits. Getting back in stage one. That happened originally. Every restart has been crazy so far. I would love for this to play out green to the finish, but the likelihood of it happening is very slim to go this final stage without any yellows. And they only have to make one stop. They are within the pit window to make it on fuel to the end of the stage from here as well. With a 28-second lead off turn 2 this time. We'll be halfway through the final stage as well this time by with 40 laps to go at Michigan. Denny Hamlin, Alex Bowman, the last two cars on the lead lap up ahead. So we're halfway through the stage. Schneider will pit this time by. We'll only go a few more laps on fuel anyway, but as far as the tires themselves go, she can also make it to the end of the fuel run on tires, but he will pit this time by, so that way he can split this stage in exactly half. Bowman and Hamlin gonna go a lap down. Hamlin in 5th place. It's the least amount of cars that have been on the lead lap all day long. Schneider going to pit this time off turn 4. Got to make sure he doesn't speed. And he was very close as he slid the tires down to the commitment line to keep from speeding, but he did not speed. 4 fresh tires, full tank of fuel, and luckily didn't slide past the commitment line, because that would have been not only perhaps a speeding penalty, almost missed pit road entirely there. But this is the money stop, final pit stop of the race for the 99, barring a late race yellow. We'll have 2 sets of tires left if we do get any late race cautions. And he'll lose the lead briefly until the rest of the field pits, but he'll easily cycle back in the lead after that. Quickest stop of the day as well, 15.1 seconds. 0.2 of a second quicker than his previous fastest stop, which was 15.3 seconds earlier in the race. Trying to get up to speed. Truex gets on by him. Keselowski is the leader. And here on these fresher tires, going to blow by Mark Truex Jr. Starting up the middle at a much faster pace than the 2 cars that he did dart up the middle through on Tyler Reddick and Eric Jones. You can just see that interval dropping very quickly. On the top 2 that are still ahead of the 99 because they have not pit and they're on 40 lap older tires. Kyle Busch 2 seconds ahead now. Keselowski 5.5 seconds ahead of the start finish line on the 99. a couple laps, he'll get to the 2 for the lead. By that time, though, Keselowski's probably going to pit. If not before then. So here we go. Brad Keselowski makes his way onto pit road. Kyle Busch making his way down as well. Schneider will be the new leader at the start-finish line with 35 laps to go at Michigan, and now we get a caution. Caution is out in the middle of green flag pit stops. Jimmy Johnson in 8th place will get the free pass. Oh boy, and we had Hamlin and Kenseth. They stay out here. Probably because they were on pit road when the caution waved. And Schneider's going to pit again for tires. He's going to have to pit again for tires. Just to make sure they're going to be equally fresh. He's got one more set left to the end of the race. Short pitting really hurt the 99 because now he's going to restart in 4th rather than in the lead. If he would have won the race off pit road, that is, at least. Which he did end up losing the race off pit road to Keselowski anyways. Green flag back in the air, the 42 and the 11. Stayed out of the pits. They were, I believe, on pit road at the timing of the yellow, and that's why they restarted there. Schneider went up the middle. Very tight gap as he tries to now side draft Keselowski off of turn 2. Getting a pole on the back of the 11 of Hamlin. Into turns 3 and 4. Schneider shot the gap into 3 and 4 and gets to the lead. What a move. From 4th to 1st on the restart. .31 to go at Michigan. The restarts have been crazy all day, and it's already off to a ruckus start. Just one lap into the restart. Alex Bowman, who hasn't led all race long but has been in contention, has the run to the high side, and Alex Bowman's going to get to the lead. Making it look easy on the high side. Schneider fends off Hamlin, but Bowman is going to hold on to the lead. Hamlin going to give Schneider a brief push. 30 to go at Michigan. Schneider sends it into 1 and 2. He clears Bowman back. Oh, Hamlin just drilled him out of the way. And Kyle Busch is going to go by all of them. 3 wide into the lead. Oh, and payback! Schneider dumps Hamlin in front of the field. Caution's out. Caution is out. Big crash down the back straightaway. Our 6th of the race. Hamlin knocked Schneider out of the way, and Schneider turned him. And Kenseth, who was an innocent bystander in it, drilled Denny Hamlin on his way into the outside wall. I believe only 2 cars were collected, which would have been Hamlin, and then Kenseth, who piled in. Two were racing for the regular season title. Schneider may have gotten caught by surprise by the 11 pulling the move off that gave Kyle Busch the lead. And we're going to restart again, and Schneider saying, I'm not having any of it. I want to win at my home track. Problem is, Schneider gets the worst end of the stick on the restart. High side row 1. And he's falling all the way back. Almost got into the 42 of Kenseth, who, even with the damage, is still holding on strong, it looks like, on the restart. Busch is going to go way up high now. They're 3 wide for the lead again. And look at BJ McLeod, who is in contention all of a sudden. Michigan native Brad Keselowski to the lead. 25 to go.
Still there.
FedEx won't be delivering today. No, they will not. And he's going to go 3 wide. Sends it. Oh, man, that was a big slide. He caught the race car, though. Look at all the momentum he's going to lose now. Trying to force the issue 3 wide. Kyle Busch will pick him up with a bump draft down the tri-oval. Still going to get to Schneider at 206 miles an hour on corner entry into turn 1. Bowman clears Truex finally for second place. Truex almost grazes the wall. HRT Godsnipes, welcome to the stream by the way as well. Schneider again clips the apron. Slides up the track. Truex hanging on in the middle, and the 3 wide again for second. Contact between the 19 and the 99 helps Bowman hang on to second place again. They merge. Schneider sends it into 1 and 2 behind the 19. A little tight as he moved up the track. Truex is going to clear Bowman though for second place. Bowman with a run off the top, might try to get him back. Gonna go back to the high side. Schneider gonna go to the bottom. Powers underneath the 19 again. As they battle, it's only allowing Keselowski to pull away more and more and more. Schneider blocks the 88 through the tri-oval. At least hanging on to third. We're just trying to set up a run to make a move on the 19. Even Truex is closing in pretty quickly on Brad Keselowski. When the 99 doesn't pull underneath him, at least, as he did that time into 3 and 4. Schneider slides in front of Truex, and he's clear. He's up to second. Truex going to try the crossover, though. Now he's on the inside. Schneider's up high. Schneider trying to hang on that right rear corner panel through the tri-oval as he pulls Truex back again. Truex is going to clear him off turn 2. Schneider lost a lot of ground that time. Plenty to go at Michigan. Brad Keselowski leads. Schneider into the back of Truex. That actually launched the 19. Look at the run he got off turn 2. But it stole out the 99. Damage the nose too much either. Schneider's just going to send it into 3 and 4. Way too aggressive. He almost put himself in the wall. Truex is going for the lead. On the bottom. Can he get underneath the 2? Keselowski moves off the wall to try and block. Continues to block all the way into turns 1 and 2. Truex was not able to get a run on him yet. As they get side by side draft each other enough, Schneider may get the run he needs to at least pull a little bit closer. Now they're side by side into turn 3 for the race lead. Can Truex clear Keselowski? He does. Truex to the lead at Michigan. Schneider underneath Keselowski for second. Side drafts the 2. And he's going to clear him before getting into 1. And now he's going to go for the lead on the 19 as he side drafts Truex on the high side into 1 and 2. Truex going to pull clear. Yes, he does. He shuts the door. Schneider carries the run down to the bottom underneath Truex for the lead, this time into 3 and 4. All clear. Keselowski now underneath the 19 as well. Side by side for second place. Lead change again, 17 to go. And another hometown hero is out in front. Hard battle for second place as they enter 1 and 2. Schneider trying to go full throttle through 1 and 2, and he put his car on the wall. Oh, what a miss by Keselowski up the middle. And he's going to almost get to the lead. I guess Truex is still there. Schneider pushed too hard. A near miss for Keselowski, but now it's going to be Truex who's going to try to cross him over on the front stretch. Schneider pushed the car just a tad too far. He's going to go to the high side. Keselowski up high as well. Schneider's trying to side draft, and now he squeezes up the middle. 3 wide for the lead in Michigan. Oh, Schneider got really loose. And Truex is going to get to the lead. With 15 laps to go. Schneider hanging on the left rear. He doesn't want Keselowski to clear him again. Hart throttled through 1 and 2. Didn't roll all the way out of the gas that time. Runs just a tad off the 19 car. Now he'll have a run.
Careful, still there.
Pulls extremely low. He didn't want Truex to try and side draft him. All clear. No crossover attempt is going to be made by Truex. He didn't have enough of a run off 4. 14 to go, 99 back in the lead once again in the final stage. But will we stay green to the finish? Schneider full throttle through 1 and 2 that time. He got it to stick. One, 2, and 3 battling for the lead. Back for the win. Schneider's got the long run car, and the car is finally starting to come in. He's got the clean air as well. 13 laps around this 2-mile tri-oval, and he'll get his 20th career NASCAR Cup Series victory. And his first at his home track. Keselowski and Truex side by side for second place off turn 4 again. Brad not giving up. Been close to winning at Michigan in the past, but he has yet to win at his home track in far more attempts than what the 99, who is leading this race, is trying to get his first win here. A little animosity been built up. A little late race yellow. Brad's trying to at least put himself on a front row for the restart. He does clear a corner entry into 3 that time on the 19 for second place. 11 to go. I guess the big thing now is there going to be a rivalry that's going to continue exiting this race between Schneider and Hamlin. Hamlin, the defending champion on the career mode, still winless this season, was trying to catch Schneider, and all these DNF Schneider's been having, Hamlin has been considerably closing. Schneider looking to pull back out a little bit more again today, though. Not only a win, but a max points day, because he won the first 2 stages as well, assuming he can get the checkered flag Just 9 more laps at the line this time. A 3.5-second lead as Truex and Keselowski still go back and forth. Truex has the edge now. Coleman's still back there in 4th, and he's actually battling Kyle Busch for the 4th spot. And now we have a caution with 9 to go. Harvick will get the free pass in 10th. Another caution. Unbelievable. And likely another wild restart to come. Our 7th yellow of the day. Schneider's going to pit. He's got 1 set of tires left. Everybody else on the lead lap, it looks like they're going to stay out. So Schneider's only going to restart in 9th. So he'll be in the preferred inside lane, and there will only be 4 rows of cars ahead of him. I have about 30 lap fresher tires. 20 to, probably say 25 to 30 lap fresher tires. Truex had 2nd place at the time of the yellow, so he'll get the restart from the lead. Green flag back in the air, and Hamlin spins the tires on the restart. He's got heavy damage slowing him down. Schneider easily clears him well before getting into 1. And the Penske cars are sandwiched 3 wide. Now McLeod is on the high side with nowhere to go as Hamlin ducks back into the middle lane. Meanwhile, at the front, it's 3 wide for 2nd. Kenseth, Bowman, Keselowski, Truex blocks them all down the back straightaway. Schneider on fresher tires coming in hot. He's going to go to the high side, but so does Kyle Busch. Schneider's line got to take it away that time. They're still 3 wide for 2nd as Truex gets away. Schneider's got a head of steam, nowhere to go. Pulls to the bottom. They're 4 wide for 2nd place into turn 1. Will they make it? Schneider takes the fresh tire advantage and clears everyone. 2nd 4 wide pass he's made today. This time, though, on a much bigger tire advantage. Takes the run now and takes the lead into turn 3. All clear. Very aggressive and bold. But it pays off as they come to 4 to go. Another lead change. And the crowd is on their feet at Michigan, hoping it stays green to the end to see the hometown driver get the win. Though he didn't grow up in the state, this is still his home track. An hour and a half southeast of the Speedway. Bowman and Busch still there as well. Keselowski pulling away, trying to at least in 3rd. Truex is really pulling away in 2nd from everybody else behind him, but I guess the really pulling away would be the 99 on these pressure tires. Probably could have stayed out, but he made the call to pit anyway. He had to force it 4 wide to make the move. Surprised Denny Hamlin's still running in the race with all that damage after Schneider turned him. A little payback down the back straightaway. About 25 to 30 laps to go. Maybe a move that the guy with this throwback scheme may have done at one point in time. Maybe not on this fast of a track, but and maybe not turning them quite like that on this fast of a track either. But hey, fact of the matter is, Schneider leads. White flag is in the air, so if the caution comes out now, the race will be over. VIP race car, welcome to the stream. Denny won't be delivering today, yes. After that gigantic hit into the outside wall down the back sticker, no, he won't. One final time through 3 and 4. Career win number 20. Win number 15 on the season for Keegan Schneider. And it comes at his home track for the first time in his NASCAR Cup Series career. Schneider sweeps the stages and wins at Michigan.
Great win.
Another step in the direction of trying to get his first career NASCAR Cup Series title comes in his homeland. With the Dale Sr. throwback scheme on the car for the next 3 races after this race and the race prior. At least he got the win with the paint scheme. And he'll try to do the same at Talladega on Friday night. And he'll get to drive it to victory lane as well on the front stretch here at his home track at Michigan. Consumer Energy 400. Oh, geez, that was a hard lick. I guess Justin Haley brought out a caution earlier in the race. Chase Elliott got a piece of it. So there is the finishing results. The top 10 all finished on the lead lap. They were the only 10 to finish on the lead lap in today's race. And the driver who swept the stages wins the race as well. Again, career win number 20 and the 15th of the season. The sophomore kid, Keegan Schneider, at his home track. Martin Truex Jr. ends up finishing in 2nd. Brad Keselowski, Michigan native, finishes 3rd. Kyle Busch 4th. And Alex Bowman rounds out the top 5. Matt Kenseth 6th. Denny Hamlin, even with all that damage, still holds on to finish 7th. Joey Logano 8th. Kevin Harvick 9th. And BJ McLeod rounds out the top 10, his 4th top 10 of the season. Kyle Busch now has 11 straight top 10s after this 4th place run today at Michigan. And is still, in my opinion, the hottest driver on this current portion of the season. These standings are not accurate. Throwing that out there once again. Regular season standings are a lot closer to what this looks like after the DNFs that have incurred for the 99. There's the payback on Hamlin earlier in the race. After he had moved us out of the way on a fast racetrack, I figured I could turn him on a fast track. Poor Matt Kenseth got a piece of it too, but they both still finished 6th and 7th, and actually Kenseth beat Hamlin. I'd say Hamlin got the worst end of the contact, though. I will check to see who DNF. Thanks for reminding me, by the way. There is Keegan Schneider in victory lane at his home track. So we just pulled into that same victory lane. Car's not parked exactly the same as I had it, but I'll see how many laps we led as well. Knew we led the most. 141 of the 200 laps led today, but some late race yellows definitely made things a little interesting. The crazy restarts, especially that last one, even with the fresher tires, taking it 4 wide for about 2nd place. The drivers at DNF today, kind of a long list of them by NASCAR Heat 5 standards. 6 of them failed to finish. Michael McDowell, Matt DiBenedetto, Joey Gase, Eric Almirola, Justin Haley, and Christopher Bell. All the drivers that failed to finish this one. Next race for the NASCAR Heat 5 career mode, as I stated, Friday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the NASCAR Heat 5 career mode, NASCAR Heat 5 video game, and it is at Talladega. Our 4th and final 50% race of the season. Usually we do full races. We have 4 50% races on the year. This is the final one of those. So 94 laps at Talladega on Friday night. Good way to start your guys' weekend. Tomorrow night on the channel, we'll have another live stream. It will be NASCAR Chase for the Cup 2005. And it will be our Nextel Cup Series season race. We'll be running that Pride Paint scheme I showed you with Jimmy Johnson. So first time debuting that paint scheme on the channel tomorrow. 500 miler at the California Speedway. So that is going to be a long race. That will start at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow. Thanks everybody for watching. I will see you guys then. Have a good rest of your Wednesday night.